Before we show you how the Slide Synthesizer Assistant works, I want to briefly explain why we decided to build it in the first place. Hi, I'm Shri from VillageCore. If you've ever had great ideas but no time to turn them into strong slides, this video is for you. During the 6-hour Intergen hackathon last year through VillageCore, my colleague and I ran into a familiar problem. Tons of thinking, research, and ideas, but almost no time to turn that into strong slides or clear speaker notes. Having been provided a template was a good start, but the real challenge was moving fast while staying structured, deciding what mattered, what to cut, and making sure every slide had a clear takeaway. You see, the hackathon was all about building AI assistants to help with thinking and synthesis. So I thought, if AI can help us do the hard thinking, why not have it help us turn that thinking into decision-ready slides and pitch-ready speaker notes? That's exactly what the Slide Synthesizer Assistant does. It turns messy and verbose inputs into clear slides, a cohesive story, and speaker notes that you can confidently pitch. In the rest of this video, we'll walk through how to use it and how it helps you create better slides faster without losing the substance of your thinking. So let's start with the core problem we're trying to solve here. This isn't really about slides. It's about what happens to good ideas when they're presented poorly. The truth is, a lot of strong ideas don't fail because the thinking is wrong. They fail because the slides don't make it clear what decision should be made. Especially in the fast-moving settings like hackathons, like the one I participated in for VillageCore Intergen, just like you're about to, I could see that teams did a lot of deep thinking very quickly. But when it came time to put that thinking into slides, the plot was lost, so to speak. And when slides aren't clear, ideas don't land, which means decisions slow down or don't happen at all. This slide gets to the heart of it. The real bottleneck isn't ideas, it's the synthesis, especially under time pressure. In a hackathon, you end up with messy, verbose inputs, and there's no time to step back and prioritize. So what happens? Slides become descriptive. They explain what you did instead of clearly showing what decision should be made. It's not a talent issue, trust me. It's a time issue. And guess what? Synthesis takes time. And in fast-paced environments, time is exactly what you don't have. So teams end up defending their thinking instead of confidently guiding the audience to a decision. Now let's talk about the mindset shift behind the Slide Synthesizer Assistant. If we're already using AI to research, analyze, and think through problems, why are we leaving synthesis as a manual last-minute scramble? Synthesis is deciding what matters, what to cut, and how to structure a clear story. And that's exactly the kind of work AI is actually good at. And when AI helps with synthesis, the gap between thinking and decision-making gets a lot smaller. That's where speed comes from. That's where clarity comes from. And that's where better pitches start to happen. Okay, we're now getting to the meat of things. And let's talk about what Slide Synthesizer actually does in very practical terms. Its job is to take the messy, verbose input and turn it into slides where each one has a clear, decision-ready takeaway. It does that by enforcing inside-led titles, prioritizing ruthlessly, and pairing each slide with verbatim speaker notes so the story is clear even under pressure. That means less time guessing what to say and more confidence that your idea is coming across the way that you intended. Before we jump into the demo, this is the simple process behind the assistant. Clarity doesn't come from adding more content. It comes from following a structured process. Step 1, define the objective. Step 2, provide the raw input. Step 3, synthesize the slides and speaker notes. That structure is what forces clarity. When you start with a clear objective, the noise naturally falls away. the story sharpens, and the output becomes consistent. And it's much easier to present and rely on. Simple process, better decisions. At this point, the idea should make sense. Now, let's make it real. The fastest way to understand the Slide Synthesizer Assistant is to watch it work. Real inputs, real constraint, real output. We're not polishing a perfect scenario. We're taking messy notes and turning them into a clear slide with usable speaker notes under pressure. And once you see it in action, it becomes obvious how this saves time and improves decision quality, especially when the pressure is on. All right, let's run it. So for this demo, I'm going to walk through a realistic scenario. Let's say we're working with a company called Retirable, which is a real company based in New York. It's a holistic retirement planning platform designed to help Americans plan income, investments, and long-term retirement strategies. They serve retirees and near retirees. And in this scenario, I'm about to show I am a financial planner at Retirable. My job is to help clients make smart, structured investment decisions. So this is the context we will use through the Slide Synthesizer Assistant. Real company, real role, real decision to communicate. Now let's see how the assistant helps turn thinking into a pitch-ready slide. I'm showing this prompt instead of typing it live for one simple reason, time. So I'm going to kick off the demo using this exact prompt inside a marketing analyst GPT that I created as part of my own hackathon last year. I want to generate a strong, structured output first. That output is what I'll feed directly into the Slide Synthesizer Assistant. So think of this as step one, structured prompt that generates structured analysis. Then step two, that analysis becomes the raw material for the slide synthesizer, which the slide synthesizer transforms into presentation-ready slides. This also shows how different GPTs can work together. One generates deep content, the other packages it for delivery. So here is my marketing analyst that I created, and I fed it the prompt that I just showed you. And looks like the GPT understood my prompt and told me that it's going to generate some information per my prompt. And here's all of this excellent, very, very verbose, tons of great information for me to use. So now I will do step two and start the real work with the Slide Synthesizer Assistant. There are ultimately going to be three prompts that I will use to build the entire pitch. The first prompt sets the strategy. It defines the audience, it defines the objective, and it defines one clear deliverable, a single decision-focused slide. So that is the prompt that I will use for my Slide Synthesizer Assistant. Here we go. This is that first prompt that I copied and pasted in here. And then I also went to my information that my marketing GPT spat out. I copied all of it and essentially dumped it into my slide synthesizer, asking slide synthesizer to give me my one beautiful slide. So it looks like this slide synthesizer understood my prompt. It understands this was the raw input to go in and give me my one ready slide. It gave me the output, which is the title, and the content, which is for me to copy and paste into my one slide. And as well, it gave me a recommended visual. So more on that in just 1 second. In fact, that will be my second prompt. My second prompt, shift gears. Now we move from thinking to building. So we tell it to create the actual visual that the assistant is recommending. So we get clarity first, design next. So that is exactly what I have done. I said, great information. Can you go ahead and create an image of the recommended visual? And lo and behold, a beautiful image got created. In this instance, I actually got my entire slide as a visual, but for my own purpose, I would like to create the slide. So I just copied just the visuals, and that was that is what I used. Sorry, I used the snipping tool that comes with any PC. I captured the two visuals that I was interested in from the Slide Synthesizer Assistant. Then I pasted it into my slide and did nothing more. So this is me having copied the title. This is me having copied the bullets and then the visuals into PowerPoint. And then I used the built-in designer feature of PowerPoint, which instantly gave me several layout options with cleaner spacing, stronger hierarchy, more visual polish. And I picked the version that best supported the message. And so the thinking came from Slide Synthesizer Assistant. The final visual refinement came from PowerPoint. And now I have a pitch ready slide with missing speaker notes. So I lastly put in my third prompt, my where we generate the speaker notes, not generic notes. I asked for verbatim delivery mode, which is just give me as is, pitch ready, short, direct, intentional, nothing more, nothing less. So just structured inputs that turn raw data into something that you can actually pitch. Let me show you. These are the speaker notes that are relevant for my slide for the delivery. So the Slide Synthesizer Assistant isn't just about prettier slides. It's about turning messy, verbose thinking into clear, decision-ready stories. As you may have noticed, this entire training, the deck, the notes, the full narrative was built with the Slide Synthesizer Assistant, and that's your proof. And here's the part that also matters. Don't just read this once and wing it. Practice the pitch, run it aloud, time yourself, tighten what feels long. Adjust the words so they sound like you. The structure gives you clarity. Your voice gives it credibility. If you use this approach in your hackathon pitch, you won't just share information, you'll stand out, you'll be clear, and you'll make it easy for people to say yes. Now, good luck, have fun, and go crush that hackathon.